Welcome to another edition of Chart Talk. I'm Tony Ogorek, and I am here with Portfolio Manager Jeff Viksjo. And Jeff, today we are going to be talking about COVID and corporate profits. And I'm sure everyone's seen the headlines where the prices of certain commodities have gone through the roof. Shortages, shipping containers that were $1,600 to ship stuff from China are now $16,000. And you got to think that those kinds of price increases, one-offs, would really be impacting corporate profits. What does this chart show us about that, Jeff?
Yeah, so Tony, we've seen prices surge for commodities, steel, copper, lumber, you name it. We've also seen wages rise at a historically fast clip. We've also seen energy costs go up. And so you think all these factors of production that companies would use would cause their profit margins to go down. But what we're showing you on this chart today is the profit margin of the S&P 500 companies. And it's actually never been higher, Tony, in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. Now, don't forget, Jeff, part of the probably 20 or 25% of the S&P 500 by market weight, by capitalization, tends to be technology companies, which have really prospered in this kind of environment. However, there are other adjustments that companies can make. For example, we look at chips and vehicles, and what they've done is moved it, the chips that they do have, to the highest margin vehicles they've got. Also, from a commodity standpoint, some of the food companies are shrinking the size of the packaging that they've got in order to have less of an input and be able to maintain their profits. So this chart really is a wonderful look at why we like equities so much, is because over time they have the capacity to adjust to market conditions, whatever they are, and to be able to maintain profitability, which is what ultimately drives share price. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Chart Talk, and we look forward to seeing you at our next talk.